I'm Van.
I'm Sori.
That's Sodi.
And Waxy and Root and Boo.
Booby.
Boo.
Booby.
Boo.
Booby.
Weirdo.
Song of Myself for the big homie Pony.
Ooh.
Pony's been asking for this song for quite some time.
It's time. The time has arrived.
The time has come. The time approaches. Shout out to all our new patrons. Welcome. Wanted to give y'all a warm welcome.
I'll be coming on soon to chat with you. I've been so sick.
The biggest draw for me would be being able to talk to you. Because it's exclusively Sori on Patreon. Patreon is exclusively Sori. So
that's true.
Most of the time in email or whatever or Facebook you're talking to me. The patrons
once in a while I'll jump on and talk to people in there,
and once in a while I'll jump on too, on Patreon, but it's pretty much exclusively a Sori run operation. Mm-hmm. So there you are.
So be patient with me.
Yeah. We're having a meeting with the alliance leaders today to see what we can do to improve.
Yeah, to iron out some irregularities.
Well, I mean, we meet with them once a month anyway. That's kind of the goal, so that we can make sure everything goes good. Okay, this is not a Patreon pick, however. This is "Song of Myself" by NIGHTWISH.
Oh, I don't know if we told you guys. We're due May 8th. That's the due date. So they all.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't remember if I told them or not.
Mayweather and Homeboy fighting on May 4th.
Yeah,
so.
You were like, maybe we'll be in the hospital.
Hopefully,
I'm like, no.
Little man can.
I went late the last time.
Be patient. Okay, let's go. NIGHTWISH, "Song of Myself." This is live. Floor is probably one of my favorite live performers.
And Rammstein, you like them live too.
Yeah, but I really like Floor.
I'm sure you do.
All right, let's go. Gotham has flaws.
Oh, I should have just said it. I've been holding in so many bugs. All right.
Go!
And go.
Aren't you gonna clap for Floor, you hater?
What?
Nightingale is still locked in the cage. Deep breath I took still poisons my lungs. An old oak sheltering me from the blue, sunbathing on its dead frozen leaves. Catch up in the ghost town of mine. She reads the story time and the river dust. Brought by me weapons and the ride, reaching hurricanes to cancer close. The son of me is stuck in need of courageous
Wow, that was a really good one.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
That one was intentionally heavy. Had some heavy riffage in it.
Did her vocals sound different in this one?
What do you mean?
Were they a little bit different at the beginning? Like, you know how she usually does that like powerful high thing?
Yeah.
Well, at the beginning it seemed like she was like doing like some regular vocals like very powerfully too. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's Floor.
I
so-
mean, you listen to her more than I do, so like I didn't know if you noticed anything. It seemed different to me. The beginning of this one seemed like different.
I've only had 2 songs. 'Cause
Right,
I don't get to listen to a lot of Nightwish because we've only done 2 of their songs, so I don't know. What did you like about the song?
I liked the way her vocals were. I was really surprised by that guy when he did his vocal part.
Well, he was also singing in the what do you call it song?
Love Score?
No, the Evolution one, the Greatest Show on
yeah,
Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So he was already like.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think I
already let
saw
loose.
him the last one.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
but this time I saw him and I was very surprised. I saw him singing with her at the beginning. I was like, I wonder what kind of vocals that guy puts out, that they would couple him with her.
Yeah, he's
But then when he did his part, I was like, wow, okay.
a badass. He's good. What a talented band. Good lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
And they really put a show. They really do.
Shout out to Cthulhu Daddy.
Who's that?
He knows why. Anyway, so that's gonna be an interesting but batch of
didn't
lyrics
know-
to review.
Well, I don't know what we're singing about, but I like there was like one part where I was like, what is she doing? It was like scary
What
with
do
her
you mean?
face.
Oh,
And then I saw the lines and it was like saying something like being like a clown or something like
well, yeah, the clown until the show's over. or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
She was
And I was
doing
like,
a little
oh, I
clown
was like,
thing.
okay, all right, I see what she's doing there. I'm like, why is she
well,
doing
we're-
that artificial smile like that? It's scary.
It's probably like. Can you imagine the other young lady doing this song like this?
I feel like, but maybe this wasn't a song that was around when that other lady was there. Like,
What do you
maybe
mean?
this
It
is-
was 2011.
Oh well. I don't know.
So she must have
I
been
just
there.
feel like
I mean, I don't know.
we don't have our loyalties to the like previous person,
Yeah.
so it makes it tough. It's like for instance, like Zen is not like a very animated character. Like he comes out and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like if somebody replaced Zen, you know, some people might look back and say, well, this guy might, you know what I mean? Like they might think if the other guy was more animated, they might coming in at that point, but we have loyalties to Zen, you know, and we're like, no, are you kidding me? Like Zen is badass at what he does. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
So
know if
maybe
that's the
these
same
people
thing.
feel the same. Maybe they
I
have
don't know
certain
if that's the
loyalties
same
because
thing. I don't know if that's the same
how
thing.
can it, what do you mean?
Because Neo is like, there's a lot of juxtapositions that they do on purpose. So like, his type of stage presence and the way that he is, it fits exactly with what the band is supposed to be. Whereas I feel like with the other young lady, Tarja,
Yeah.
that the main thing they were gunning for was her voice, because there's only 1% of the planet that can do the shit that she does vocally. So the stage presence and all that wasn't really part of it, because they're figuring, look, I mean, how many times are we going to be able to get somebody that can do
Things
this
like
vocally?
this. Yeah.
Well, and then you have Floor, who can do both. So I think
Yeah, but I think Floor is better.
bullshit. I don't know if Floor is better vocally,
I think she is.
but I think stage presence wise, it.
Well, yeah, there's no comparison.
But I don't think that they were gonna see what I'm saying. Like with Zen, like he has amazing stage presence.
Because of the
Well, that's the entire. But I mean, it's him. He's not putting on a show. I mean, that's.
Right.
I mean, we've talked to him personally.
Right,
That's
right.
how he is. But
Yeah.
like, he's got incredible. Because when you're stage, you kind of have to hyperbolize. Who you are. So if I jumped out on a stage, it'd still be
gosh.
it'd still be Vin, but it would it would be you got 55 minutes to just
put it out
be the
there.
most exaggerated form of yourself. So I just don't understand the like I get the
just feel
loyalty.
like-
I get the loyalty part.
Because what I feel like is I feel like that Floor is so much better than the other lady, Tarja, that I feel like that it's only an
The other lady.
emotional. It's only an like I don't think that it's a
Now,
comparison.
granted, we've never listen to a full Tarja song or a Tarja version of the song.
Oh, well, yeah.
I did that comparison with you of Ghost Love Score with Tarja.
Right, yeah.
But, you know.
Maybe we need to see more first.
Maybe we need to see more, you know. But I just don't.
I know.
I don't understand.
I just think that.
Stage-wise, when you're going to a rock show,
Right.
you want to see a transcendent rock star.
Right. Exactly.
You know. I'd love to see you up there. You would be amazing.
I mean, when I was 20.
No. She's not 20. What the hell are you talking
No,
about?
but I'm like, I'd feel awkward.
You would at the beginning. But then, like, you know, 2 or 3 songs in, you'd say, oh, and then you'd let loose and you'd rock out and shit. It'd be fun. It'd be good. You'd be a badass. Because you've got that, like, especially when you dress up and stuff, you've got that, like, transcendent, like, 1 in a trillion quality that, like, whoa, I just had an experience with some fucking divine being or something. So, you would be cool. You would be cool. But, yeah, I'm just watching her. And,
I'd
like,
have you pick my stage costume.
she's rocking and shit, and I'm like, I don't know.
I know. I just, yeah. Her voice is like, it's unbelievable. I wonder if she could sing like that when she was like little. I wonder if you could tell like when she was like 5. Like, whoa, this girl can sing. Or
Who? Floor?
Yeah. Or if she kind of came into it as she aged. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be curious to know, like, when did people start saying, this girl, this is something else here?
I don't know. Like Zoe, we already know pretty quickly that she's an artist and a singer.
Yeah, but
She was
I
writing
hear
stuff when she was 8.
Yes, but I hear Zoe go off key a lot when she's singing. Where I wonder if, like, I've seen some kids. She's 12 now, so, or basically almost 12. So I've seen some kids, like, when they're 12, like, on those little shows where they'll, like, put them out there, and you're like, whoa, this is friggin' unbelievable. Like, they're like, you know, like, Zoe, she can sing.
I think we would put Zoe in a... If we were the type of parents that wanted to have her go into showbiz, then, and we took her to lessons and stuff like that.
Well, I'm saying, did Floor have to do that? Because I think some of these people, it's just like, it's there.
Maybe we'll figure it out when we talk
Zoe
to her.
would have stage presence.
Huh? Zoe would have
She would have
amazing
no
stage
problem
presence.
with stage presence.
amazing stage presence. Okay. Lyrically, what do you think it was about?
I don't know.
So Tomas, I think, is a name.
I liked some of the things that she was saying at the beginning.
Okay, now Tomas is the guy that writes the lyrics.
Who is he
Tomas.
on stage or?
He was born on Christmas. That's the, I don't know. Does he play keyboard? I don't know.
That little.
Yeah, I think
was
it's
kinda
the guy
cool.
that plays keyboard.
I know that's not what it sounded like. But you get the idea. The other thing that I like it when they have instruments up on the stage that are like, wow.
Yeah, he's the guy that plays keyboard.
You know, like those like pipe things. I don't even know what it was, but like we saw that other band that had like that huge setup too. Like I really, I'm like a practical person when it comes to some stuff like that. Like I'm thinking, like you would be the one that would be like, we need that fucking instrument, and I'd be like, yeah, but we're gonna have to lug that around. Like I'm the one that brings it down. You know what I mean? So when I see them doing that, I'm like, somebody lugged that. Somebody brought that up on the stage. Somebody had to carry that friggin' thing around. Like that's a big deal. Kudos to them for like, you know, whatever. So when the first part, I was like,
So she's singing, but he wrote all this stuff.
yeah. I think maybe the writing, I didn't know he wrote it. I actually thought that she had, but the writing and what was being said at the beginning, like the first and second lines, like kind of like stole my heart like right away. A nightingale is still locked in the cage. The deep breath I took still poisons my lungs. Like I like stuff like that. An old oak sheltering me from the blue, sunbathing on its dead frozen leaves. I don't know what a catnip in the ghost town of my heart.
A cat nap.
Well, that explains why I was like confused. I'm like, why are we singing about catnip though?
Baby brain.
You should never say that to somebody though.
What, baby brain?
Yeah. Like, it's
I had this
you
girl,
saying it to
I had this
me,
girl
so-
that was working for me, and
You said it to her?
She was screwing up so bad, like the last 3 or 4 weeks before she went on leave.
Did you say it to
And
her?
I'm like, baby brain.
Did she get mad?
No, she kept apologizing because she was screwing up on major
I know.
major issues.
I went-
You were there one time. I'm like, baby brain.
I know. I just think that
Stop
people
it!
shouldn't say that to other people, like, unless they, like,
Does baby brain bother you?
not when you say it, but like I tell the kids, I'm like, don't say that to people, because they're thinking it's because they hear you say it, so they think it's like a normal, like, but some people would take that as like an insult, you know, like,
How would that be insulting?
well, you're saying that they're not thinking stuff through and they're doing stupid mistakes, and then it's like when a girl is grouchy and then the guy goes, oh, so you're on your, no, why would you know what I mean? Like, don't, people shouldn't do that. I think people should be very careful about just assuming somebody's okay with that.
The more you know.
Anyway,
Baby brain.
I went through the drive-thru. We got time. We got time. I went through the drive-thru. I got my food. They passed me the receipt. They passed me my card, but I don't remember them passing me my card. Apparently took my card and stuck it in another spot in my wallet. I left, and then I couldn't find my card anywhere, so I went back through. I told them, I don't have my card. Here's the receipt. I had the receipt. I'm like, here's the receipt, so you know which cashier it was. Maybe you can ask her. So they went and asked her. She was like, well, I passed you your card. And I'm like, friggin', even if she didn't pass the card, she's gonna say she did. And so I said, but I've been making so many mistakes lately that I'm like, I said, well, you know what? And I said, it's very possible I'm making a ton of mistakes. And then I was holding my other card, and I'm like, because I was just gonna use that the second time I went through. And then the guy was like, it's right there in your hand. I'm like, no, this is my other card. And then, anyway, so I ended up finding my card in my wallet. I was like, never mind, it's right here. But I'm like, why would I put it in that wrong spot? Why would I just... I'm afraid I might get in a car accident or something. Oh, I shouldn't have said that around you. Dang it, I was meaning not to tell you that. Anyway, I don't want to make a dumb mistake and, like... You cannot pull my license, babe! Okay, so anyway, I liked the beginning part of this.
Why did you like it?
Well, probably because I feel like I can relate to that feeling.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know what she's trying to communicate, but the nightingale is still locked in the cage. A nightingale should be free, and a nightingale, like, sings really beautifully, right?
Yeah.
And, but it's still locked in the cage. And the deep breath I took still poisons my lungs. So the nightingale's not going to be able to sing with poisoned lungs. So it's trapped, and it's not free, and it took one breath, I guess, one deep breath from something, and it's poisoned it now. So,
Right.
like... An old oak sheltering me from the blue. I don't know what the blue is. I don't know if it's the sky. Like, she can't even see the sky. Sunbathing on its dead frozen leaves was confusing, because if the oak is sheltering you from the blue, how are you sunbathing? I didn't know why it was saying sunbathing on dead frozen leaves. Maybe it was just...
Maybe the oak is sunbathing. So he can only, receive the light of the sun from the tree that has all these dead leaves because he's locked in a cage. The cage is protecting him or sheltering him from the blue, but birds are meant to go into the blue, so that's the irony.
Yeah.
It's the cage is there to shelter him from the very thing he was created to do, which was be in the sky, to fly.
So you think the old oak is the cage? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think there's, you have these bird cages that are like hung on the trees. You never seen that before?
No, but...
Yeah, I just imagined a bird cage on the, like hanging off of a tree.
Yeah.
So it's like the bird's supposed to be on the tree. Sure, they hang out in trees and they fly or whatever, but he's trapped in sort of this like existence where he can see everything of what he was meant to be in front of him, but he can't do it because he's trapped in a cage.
Do you think that it was interesting that it was dead frozen leaves? Like, well, when the leaves die, they fall off the tree and they fall to the ground. So why are they still stuck there frozen? Like,
well, it's winter.
Yeah, I know, but babe, when winter comes, all the leaves fall off the trees and the trees are bare.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for then.
So the leaves are on the ground.
Yeah, he's hanging on a barren oak tree. I think the oak tree symbolizes like the oak tree along with the cage symbolizes like the repression that he feels to not being able to go out and be who he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I think people that are this level of musicianship, they have these dreams. They know they're supposed to be bigger than what they are, and to constantly be held back from that is a frustrating place to be in.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that he says still locked in the cage. and it's 2011 when this was written. I mean, by this time, you know, he should have already been in the sky, right? Like, he should have already have made it. How can you say that?
I wonder what he means, because like Nightwish, when we're seeing those shows, there's a ton of people. Like,
Well, yeah, it's a huge
you have a
crowd.
major stage, and
Yeah, but I mean, there it is again. You know, people, like, something's trying to tell us something. Like, people are attaining like the pinnacle of their dreams, and yet you still feel like the caged animal. What's going on?
right.
Or the caged bird. A catnap in the ghost town of my heart. She dreams of story time in the river ghosts.
Of mermaids, of Whitmans, and
Of Whitman's in the ride, raving harlequins, gigantic toys.
catnap and they goes down my heart.
Well,
Well, that's interesting.
he's got an empty heart.
Yeah. But he's talking about himself like he's a nightingale, and then he's talking about a catnap, which is interesting because cats would feel the nightingale.
Yeah, and maybe he's cannibalizing himself emotionally. And the other thing is, like, he switches it to she, which is interesting, because maybe, you know, he knows he's writing for a woman. You know what I mean? But I think there was some sort of, I don't want to speculate, but I think there was some sort of thing between him and the former singer. I don't know. Because I think
thought I heard that too.
they went to school together.
Yeah.
Him and the original singer, they went to school together.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm sure that, you know, you build those bonds and you have similar stories. So,
Yeah.
a cat, you know, like, that's a good line, the ghost town of my heart, because, like, a ghost town is empty. You see
Yeah.
the tumbleweed and all that. So he's, like, closing within himself because
Yeah.
he can't attain his, you know, dream or whatever. She dreams of story time in the river ghosts. So he's met this person who's got, like, so he's, like, enclosed and trapped, but then he's met this person that's got all these fantastical ideas about life and is kind of naive, and
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is what a person like that needs, you know. That's like you and me. Like, I'm a very, like, you know, internalized blah, and then you're like, in the world, naive and fantastical, and like, I was like, "Dah," and then I'm like, oh, well, perhaps happiness is possible.
Aww.
Talk to this girl here. Are you happy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think that's like, you know. And then a song of me, a song in need. That's interesting. Of a courageous symphony, a verse of me, a verse in need. Of a pure heart singing need of peace.
See, I like these lyrics.
But again, it's an interesting dynamic between Tomas and the singer. If it was the original, what I gotta find out. What date did did Tarja leave Nightwish? Because this was written in 2011.
You think when he says a song of me, he's saying that he's singing about himself, and then when he says a song in need, he's saying that he's in need because he personified himself as a song?
Well, shit.
What?
She left in 2005, so this is like years after.
After her.
Maybe he's still not over her. All that great heart lying still and slowly dying. All that great heart lying still on an angel wing. And this was before Floor too, by the way,
Yes.
in their timeline.
Yeah. Of a pure heart singing me to peace.
Yeah. So maybe he. Remember it was that.
Well, if she was a big dreamer, like, and she had big ideas and stuff, like, he stayed with the band and she went on to other things. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how, like, people are...
Oh, she jumped on Nightwish in 2012. That means that the other girl was there. The middle one that nobody liked.
When this is going on?
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe he's missing Floor. Maybe he's missing Tarja.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that do you see what I'm saying?
What?
Well, okay, so, I mean, if you're right and he's singing about that girl, now I feel like, I don't know if I'm just reading everything into it. Okay, when he's talking about all these ideas, like, that she has.
Yeah.
Like I've known people where there's one person that's a dreamer and has big ideas, and the one that is not the dreamer and doesn't have big ideas. Because you don't have no ideas. Like, you
Right.
have big ideas and you want to go places and whatever. So the one that doesn't have any ideas and like in this like very small time thinker,
Right.
they get worried that they're gonna lose the big dreamer, because the big dreamer is here now, but when are they gonna go on to bigger and better things?
Right.
And then I don't know why she left, you know, but what did she move on to? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. She didn't leave in good circumstances at all. But what's interesting is a song of me, a song in need, a verse of me, a verse in need. You know, there's that thing, a friend
a pure
in
heart singing me to peace.
right. A friend in need is a
Yeah.
friend indeed. It kind of sounds.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they were friends, you know. So it kind of
Yeah.
sounds like that. But like.
Do you think that so when I heard the other girl singing, it did have like a sweeter.
She's more innocent.
Yeah.
Than Floor is.
Right.
For sure.
Right. So that's what I'm wondering if of a pure heart singing me to peace means.
Yeah, yeah. And I think he's the writer, she's the singer, but it's not like she's singing something completely foreign because they're both the same. It's just that she's more naive and innocent when she sings, that's all. But obviously he doesn't have that relationship with this singer. And then they had Floor, you know. So, I mean, I might be like completely over psychoanalyzing this thing, but there are people who can like you do that. Like, I had a certain type of, like when the other relationship ended, I had a certain type of mindset about like, this is where, you know, like when it was like finally finalized, like, okay, like I'm like, okay, this is like where I'm gonna be. And it wasn't a boring life per se, but it was just like a sort of like, all right, I'm gonna make sure the kids are good and pretty much, you know, exist pretty much. And then like, now you're along and now like the entire fucking world is open. You know what I mean? Like we can go and do anything, you know?
Yeah.
Because, so like, you know, because I have ideas and things like that, like, oh, let's do this, and you were saying like, oh, like being with you is kind of, but you kind of pulled that out of me. So like it would suck really bad to lose that. And then to go back.
Yeah, I think I just picture that you would do, you know, whatever anyway. Like I feel like I've jumped on your train, not that we created our own path.
I would not be doing all this shit. If there was no you. That's funny to me. It would never happen. I wouldn't have the inspiration.
Aww.
I wouldn't have the inspiration, not at all. And that's kind of what he's saying. All that great heart lying still and slowly dying. All that great heart lying still on an angel wing. Yeah, I think he misses his girl. But they were never really together, that's the thing.
They weren't.
No.
Maybe he wanted it.
He kind of loved her and just, you know. So,
Do you think she knew that this is about her? If it actually is?
I'm sure. If I wrote a song, you would know. I'm sure there's a bunch of subliminal shit in here too that only they know about. You know what I mean?
I'm such a sucker. Like, that would, like, I don't know. That would, like, I wouldn't be able to resist it.
Well, she's married. That's the other thing.
Oh, I wouldn't listen to your music then.
All that great heart lying still in silent suffering, smiling like a clown until the show has come to an end.
Wow.
What is left for encore is the same old Dead Boys song, sung in silence. All that great heart lying still and slowly dying. So, I mean,
Wow. That's sad.
a midnight flight into the Covington woods, a princess and a panther by my side. These are the territories I live for. I'd still give my everything to love you more. Don't know what the panther is, but obviously we know what the princess
Yeah, but
is.
maybe that's him. No, a princess and a panther by my side.
That's probably some story, because he made reference to Whitman's in the Ride.
Yeah.
So that's probably an author or a book or something.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There's probably
He's done that before in one of his other songs. Remember, he was referencing some books.
Yeah, Zen did that too. But like, you know, so it looks to me like that, you know, maybe that's a reference to a book that they both like, A Princess and a Panther by My Side. You know?
Yeah. Maybe it's something that he...
Panther, isn't that the Jungle Book?
That's what I was thinking, but there's no princess. It's the boy. I mean,
Isn't
eventually...
there a girl?
At the end, yeah, but she's not a princess. She's just...
Probably a princess. I don't know. I'll just say it's a Jungle Book because I like the Jungle Book. Hmm?
You liked the Jungle Book?
Uh-huh.
So did I. Which one was your favorite character?
Did you like the bear?
Yes.
Hmm?
Which one did you like?
I knew which one you were gonna like.
Why?
Huh?
How did you know that?
I've been 3 for 3 today, huh?
Yeah.
You needed a hug? Huh?
Uh-huh.
You
This
needed-
morning I was like, we were like laying in bed and he was asleep, and I was like, God, I wish that he would just reach out and pull me over and hug me. Of course, I should just say it, but I didn't.
She won't.
And then his eyes popped open, and then he went, pulled me, and I was like, oh my word, he's still in my heart.
Yeah. These are the territories I'd live for.
You didn't answer my question.
What?
How did you know I would like the bear?
Oh, I just knew.
But how? Like, it was just knowing? You don't know.
It's just, it's a transcendental.
Do you know why I like the
Vin and
bear?
Sori thingamajig. Can we finish the
You
review?
don't know why.
Sure. Midnight flight into. Can we finish the freaking review, please?
I don't know how you know so much about me, you wild man. Okay, let's go.
Midnight flight into the Covington Woods. A princess and a panther by my side. These are the territories I live for. So it's like you got millions of people watching you, blah blah blah. Stage lights, doing the clown thing, right?
Yeah.
But what he would live for is to, I don't know, probably just sit down with her, and read a book.
Well, he said flight in the Covington Woods, so he's trapped at the beginning. He's a trapped bird, but now he's flying at midnight, which is crazy because we're like
the night
we're
is
the
ours.
night people.
We own the night.
Yeah,
And we do.
we do.
Remember
Yeah.
that time? I was like, we own the night.
Yep. We've had so many fun times in the night. We have so many stories, you guys, that if we told you. Remember that time we got pulled over?
Leave it.
I wasn't gonna tell them.
Leave it.
So many assumptions.
I still get yeah. So I just think that that's just like him being like on a couch with her reading a book or something like that.
These are the territories I live for.
It's true.
I'd give everything to love you more. I'd still give my everything to love you more.
I like playing Fortnite with you. That was fun.
Yeah.
I like doing stuff with you. That's the thing. A silent symphony, a hollow opus. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes the sky is piano black over cleansing waters. Resting pipes, verse of bore, rusting keys without a door. That's such a good line. Sometimes the within is piano black over cleansing water. All the great heart lying still and slowly dying.
See, like I understood sometimes the within is piano black, but piano black over cleansing waters? That I didn't understand.
The sky.
No, he says sometimes the sky is piano
The
black.
sky is piano black and it's hanging over cleansing waters.
But sometimes the within is piano black himself.
Mm-hmm.
So what's piano black over cleansing? What are
I think what he's saying is he cries in his own heart. He's black in his heart and he's crying because he, whatever.
That's sad.
But he's still musical.
What the heck? Yeah, it's probably the kids.
He's still musical, because it's piano black.
Yeah.
So he still has the music in his soul, and that's never gonna end. That's never gonna change. That's who God made him to be. It's just,
That's sad.
But I think when you're an artist, that you find ways to communicate.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, certain relationships that seem to be perfect just don't happen in this life for whatever strange reason there is. So.
Well, I don't know if I don't know. Like some relationships are kind of like people used to always say, like when we were just friends, like people would think that we were married because we were so similar.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, that wasn't even like on the radar for us. Like I used to tell people, no, I would have never married him because we would fight all the time because we both have our opinions. And I know everybody thinks, oh, Sori just goes along with everything Vin says. No, I don't. If I don't agree with it, I'm not going to say I agree with it.
Yeah, I mean, Sori is very happy to be wrong lots of times.
No. I love to argue.
Don't
That's the
drag our
thing.
opinions. Our opinions are great. Yeah.
So I'm like, a lot of times when we're talking, I'm looking for opportunities to disagree with you.
Yeah.
Yes, I have something I disagree with.
Well, a lot of it is like we have the same grounding worldview.
Well, we have had so many discussions over the past 11 years.
Right, we've talked
and we've
so
had
much.
so many disagreements over the last 11 years.
Right.
And things that like I wildly disagreed with you on.
Right.
And stuff that you disagreed with me on too. And both of us have changed our minds on things and
Right.
stuff. But I don't know if, I guess what I'm trying to say is like we, I don't know. Like we've talked about it before where I'm like, we work at our relationship and like,
We do.
you know, we
Every
could just
day.
make an argument, just be like, that's it, I'm not talking to you and you're not talking to me and we just go our separate ways and you go to work and I go take care of the kids and you know what I mean? But like, so I don't know if like perfect relationships, maybe people that are like kind of meh together, they don't like have as many, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, they don't have as many conflicts, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, so do you think that that's part of the reason why two people that you think would be perfect together, like, it doesn't really go as often or happen as
I
often?
mean, they're high, you know, there are certain relationships that are just really high octane.
Yeah.
You know, and unless you come at it with a very sort of like realistic, this is gonna be work.
Yeah.
Because when you can relate to that, to a person like that on such a deep level, which, you know, I've never, you know, I mean, you and I do, you can just, you know, you think to yourself, oh, if we were together, we would never fight, we'd never argue, we'd never do this, we'd never do that, blah, 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 you know. But we come with the assumption that, yeah, that's great, you're connecting with the person, but the person's also a sinner. And so that means that they're going to argue with you and affect you in a way that nobody else on the planet will. And so you got to work. Like, I remember Billy Bob Thornton, I think was his name, and then Angela and Jolene had this, like, very crazy, hot relationship. Like, she had his blood on her necklace and all that shit.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
It was crazy. Yeah, just crazy.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. And you're that type of person. But, you know, and it didn't work over time, you know, and so a lot of it is just like, you know, being able to, a lot of it is being able to know that, yeah, like we're on this crazy ride, but at the same time, like it's gonna take work
Yeah.
to really, you know,
Yeah.
be able to hear each other and all the rest of it, because we're two very strong-willed individuals, and so, you know. Yeah. But at the same time, like, we've been friends for 11 years.
Right.
So we've disagreed over major theological issues and then silly stuff like, should kids apologize? Remember that whole thing?
Oh yeah, you were
This big
so
fight
mad at
over
me.
it? I was just
You were
like,
so annoyed. You looked so annoyed with
well,
me.
you wouldn't drop the issue.
Yeah, because I was sick and tired of your kids coming up and not saying please and thank you to me.
Yeah.
Bossing me around like I was some white slave. No.
Well, you should have just not done anything.
Yeah, but I'm not that type of person.
Well, that was
Now I am.
That's what I'm like, okay.
Now I'd be like, you can go.
like, move on it. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Please, I'm not serving you anymore.
I had bigger
But I
things
wasn't
to
like
worry.
that.
I had bigger things to worry about at the time.
Well, yeah.
That was my thing. My thing was like, are you serious? Like, do you see like what I'm carrying right now?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until I had those dreams, and then I knew what you were carrying.
Well, no, I'm not even talking. I'm like carrying the movement that we were creating. I was pretty, as you can see clearly now.
Yeah.
I was running point on the
No,
entire
I
thing.
get that. I was just like.
So please and thank you wasn't
But
very big on my
you
radar.
weren't a single dad at that point. So no, I didn't. You essentially were, but she was there, and so I thought, you know, you've got two people. You're
Right.
working. She's at home with the kids. You can't tell your kids to fucking say please and thank you.
Right.
Like that was so annoying to me. Like,
Well, now you know.
well, yeah, now I know. But so like we got in this big thing about it, and then he was like, "Where in the Bible does it say you have to say please and thank you?" I was like, "What? Are you serious?"
Stupid.
That was so annoying to me because I felt like, well, where in the Bible does it say you can't worship Elmo? And
You
then
should
you're like,
have.
well, you
another
should have.
People get so mad. You just have all the
Yeah,
answers.
you just know everything.
I just
So,
know
what's
everything.
the word that they always say about you? There's a word like that. You're condescending.
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 How dare you know the answer to a question?
Well, honey, it's because you're so confident about what you know,
I know.
and it's just
I know. I'm supposed to say, I just really, this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be all postmodern and,
Yeah.
and pretend. which is, you know, it's just what everybody does. Like, they have very strong convictions and beliefs, but because you're not allowed to say anything is factual anymore or whatever, you have to act
that's kind of like a thing.
you have to
now.
act like you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know the Bible. I know what it says. I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
You're like that on every topic, basically.
No, I'm not.
All the topics you talk about.
When we go to a fireside, there's only about 3 or 4 topics that get brought up. I never initiate a conversation.
I know.
It's only 3 or
Yeah.
4 topics.
It's true.
And it's like, those are my wheelhouse. I'm not gonna argue with you because I know what I know and I know what I don't know.
Right.
I'm not gonna argue with you about evolution. I don't know.
Right.
I know what my evangelical upbringing taught me about evolution.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Right.
So I'm not gonna argue with you about it.
Right.
I don't know.
We're gonna have that conversation with Alec.
Yeah, we watched that thing
He's gonna
yesterday.
defriend us soon, and then we're not gonna be able to have it.
He's not gonna do such thing. I saw no, Alec loved me. He told me. I said, I love you, buddy. I was like, goodbye, love you, buddy. He's like, all right, you too. And he doesn't want to tell me he loves me. I don't know.
You too.
All right, what do you give the song?
No, you were gonna say something.
We completely strayed off the fucking
People
reservation.
can get off. People can.
I know.
We can leave the conversation if they want to.
You're getting
What?
You're getting a little salty with the folk.
No, I'm not getting salty with the folk. I'm just at the point where I'm like, you know what? Every time I go to the comment section or little notifications come up on my phone, you'll have one and it'll say, you guys are freaking amazing. I love the length of your reviews. And then
Right.
boom, right after somebody's like, you need to shorten your reviews or you'll get more subscribers.
Right.
You know,
so
like
that's the person who doesn't even have a
you
channel.
don't have a channel. You know what I mean? Like just appreciate what's there. If you don't like some of the content or you want to
It's always been confusing
just-
to me. Like,
yeah.
just stop
just
listening to
don't listen to us. I wouldn't listen to us if I didn't like us.
No, I'm just saying,
You
like,
know?
if it's too long,
Stop
you
it
could
at
just
30 minutes if you
stop
want
at
to.
30 minutes and
If you want to just watch us react to the actual song, stop it right after that.
right, it's been done.
I mean,
We've done
the
it.
sky's the limit for what you can do with your pause and play buttons and skips. So I'm not getting salty. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's just, you know what it is? People's opinions have affected me all of my life. And like, I have made
caught you in the wrong.
major friggin' decisions
Yeah.
based on what other people thought or felt,
Yeah.
and I'm done with that. So now I'm kind of like,
They caught you at the wrong
you
fucking
did.
time.
You caught me at the wrong point. Now I'm like, no, if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are things that sometimes I don't want to review a certain song. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, man, whatever.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I like it, you know, so whatever. Like, I'll do some things that I don't want to do, but then there's other things that are like, no, this is our channel, this is what we're doing, you know.
Okay, can you rate the song?
10.
It's a 9.
I really like
a
this
9
one.
for
I
me.
thought this one was really good.
It's a 9.
I like the topic.
I can't wait till Pony sees this so she can tell us like how accurate we were. Maybe it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, that's true. She'll know.
She'll know.
Yeah.
All right. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.